Merry fucking Christmas, everybody.
Merry freaking Christmas.
Anybody get anything good for Christmas, golf related?
I did.
What'd you get, Jake? Tell us.
I got a bunch of water balls. Like
What?
a bunch of recycled water balls. Like water, yeah. I got a bunch of,
You got used balls?
used balls, yeah, man.
Nice.
Pre-owned.
Water
Always
bottles?
No, water balls.
Oh,
I said bottles.
Yeah,
yes.
you said water bottles, dude.
Which also, I mean,
I
not a
heard
bad idea on the golf course. Stay hydrated. I'd take
Yeah.
that.
Get a lot of. You can't drink these water bottles anywhere else other than the course.
But the golf course.
Like what kind of balls?
Water balls.
Yeah, like, I don't know, balls that were, I don't know, just a bunch, like literally assorted golf balls that came out of the bottom of a pond.
The thing that's
Who got those for your brother?
you just got used balls.
did,
The water thing is throwing everyone off. You got secondhand balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, can golf balls get waterlogged? I don't-
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that's
How
why.
long does it take though?
I think if they're cracked, not long.
Yeah, well, obviously
No.
a crack ball you're not going to use. You're not going to use if you find that. You're probably just going to throw it right back in the pond.
If you're desperate.
Long par 3.
I mean, when have you ever needed to use a cracked ball you found in the pond? We always have
That's an extremely specific example. I've used a cracked ball before.
Unknowingly, probably.
Whoa. In short answer, the question of whether or not balls can get waterlogged, golf balls can get waterlogged, definitely yes. Like in a damp house, it doesn't take long for the effects of moisture to set in as short as 6 hours.
Shut the fuck up. No way.
What's the outside of a golf ball made out of? Polyurethane,
Yeah.
which is a plastic resin.
So a ball we get in the water is already logged.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to answer your first question, yes, I have used a cracked ball. I switched golf bags in the middle of the season 2 seasons ago and ran out of balls where I was legitimately using. It wasn't super cracked. It was cracked to where you could see it, but it would still roll straight when you putted. But I was out of balls.
Like this is the only ball you have left.
Yeah,
Down
I
bad.
was just getting balls from my friends.
Jesus.
Was that a low point for you having to get balls from your friends?
Not really, because I mean they got it. Like I ball hawked as much as I could, and like I would find a couple in the weeds, and then I'd use those till they were gone. And like 2 years ago, you remember how I'm losing significantly less balls these days than I was then.
Yeah, you have much better friends than I do that you golf with, because my friend, my golfing buddy Adam, if I ask to borrow a ball, he won't let me.
Well, it's because he's a Pro V1X hardo. He's not going to give you
a TP5. So he get and here's the thing, he gets all of his golf balls for free. Because his uncle is a Bauer hockey rep, and so he gets like Bauer TP5s and Pro, and and then he marks them up all that.
You want to know something?
And he won't let me borrow one. So sometimes he's the easiest person to have real estate in his head. I'll just take one. I'll just take one out of the little center console deal, and I'll just start using it. And then it fucking pisses him off so much. But hey, head games. It's what it's all about.
Actually, that's true.
Want to know something a little embarrassing about me?
Sure.
Before I really was plugged into the golf world, before this podcast, I thought the Bridgestone balls were Bauer balls because they just had the little B on them. I thought hockey brand Bauer made a golf ball as well, and that's for a long time. And then I remember when Tiger switched to Bridgestones, I was like, oh, sweet. He's using Bowers.
Yikes.
Big hockey guy.
Yeah. I mean, hockey, golf, they're semi-related. They both use sticks.
Yeah. Only someone in this part of the country would ever make that mistake.
Yeah. I've learned. And I did preface that it was embarrassing.
Also, I would say majority of hockey players are also like above average or above average.
Oh,
golfers.
yeah. Well,
the hand-eye coordination is elite.
who was the guy, the wild player that played in the
Boldy. Matt Boldy.
Matt Boldy.
Yeah, Matt Boldy.
Yeah.
He got his ass beat.
Yeah, I mean, he said he was he's never been as nervous as he was for the CRMC championship in a hockey game in his career.
Yeah.
He's never been that nervous for a hockey game.
So yeah, he played in that tournament at Craigan's that we did the Pro-Am for, and I think he was like 16 or 17 over day one.
No, I think he was 9. I think overall
10.
he was, because I think he was 9 over on day one.
Wow, he was probably dealing with a crazy amount of bees and wasps out there. That probably
The only
Christ.
I actually checked them. You're the only person that got stung in the entire tournament.
shit.
I still think to that. I still feel bad. Jake, I felt bad for you, but I also felt bad for Trevor because Trevor was really looking forward to the Pro-Am.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
But
We
hey,
don't need to bring the
The B situation.
the
doesn't
B
it?
word back to the pod.
okay. Well, gentlemen, what we want to do on this episode, we do this every year. We want to break down how much money we spent in 2023 on the game of golf. Now, for me, like I don't have clubs broken down, but I have rounds, balls, drinks, and lessons. Jesus. All in like that accumulated into my grand total for the year.
Okay, so last night Ryan shoots us a message. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna do the total money spent on golf." I would have loved a breakdown like that because all I did was rounds.
What?
Okay, so
all I broke down was the money that I spent on rounds.
Okay, that's fine because then you kind of build off of what I have for the other things too, and some of it is averages because I don't track how many fucking beers I'm absolutely housing on the course. And then lessons was easy because I can remember how many lessons I took over the summer.
Yeah.
I know the cost of that easily. And then balls is pretty easy. Because we were hitting Union greens all year. And I mean, if you're using over 3 dozen golf balls in a season,
I'd say that's pretty appropriate.
3 dozen.
3 dozen?
I'd say more than that.
No, I just real quick on my list, I have 3 dozen golf balls that I probably lost or like had.
Yeah. I would say that.
And that's only a $30 charge. I only put $30 because it was buy 2 get 1 free.
True.
So golf balls for me were cheap because I either got them, I don't know, grabbed them out of the sim, the nice ones on there. Wonder why we don't have any nice balls in there.
Yeah, actually, I did not. I'm very curious where they all went.
No. I didn't do that. But the balls is pretty easy. I mean, give or take a few here and there. But yeah, I have rounds, balls, drinks, and lessons.
Okay.
On my breakdown. Oh, I mean,
I'm going to copy you on balls. I'm going to add a little bit on drinks because I've definitely drank more than you on the course, I would say.
I got one more.
Lessons, I'm going to go less because I didn't pay for any lessons. I just went to, Lucas gave me a couple of freebies right away and never went back. Jesus. Never paid for a lesson.
I mean, actually, great move by you.
Yeah. So I'm going to go 0 on the lessons.
Okay.
I'll copy you on the ball total, Ryan. And then I'm going to jack up the drink total a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, my total just went up $400. I counted because we paid for our own Pine to Palm registration.
True.
And I also had to factor in gas because I would not have drove to Detroit Lakes 5 times in 1 week from Fargo had I not been in the Pine to Palm. So I also factored that in. That's
Not to mention all the gas station coffee between here and there.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot going on.
I do owe Pine to Palm. I think I owe them about $2 or $3 too, because the coffee station there, I believe a coffee costs $1. But as I had this is probably my second, like on the second or third day, this is like my second or third cup of coffee. I then realized there was a sign next to the station saying $1 per cup.
So you're just getting, thought you were getting free coffee
Correct,
the entire
yeah.
tournament?
Yeah,
Jesus.
and I was so focused in on that fucking putter and what I needed to do with that I just completely disregarded the sign that said $1 per cup.
How many balls did you lose at the tournament?
I didn't lose a ton of balls. It's a hard course to lose balls on because
did you lose any?
Probably 3.
Perfect. They're going to sell those. They're going to go find them. They're going to sell those for $1 a piece. You paid for your coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Should we dive in it? You guys want me to go first, and then you can, if you're missing anything I have on my list, you can compute that.
Yeah. You let us know. Before we start, who do you think spent the most?
I was gonna say I think probably Ryan spent the most just because he has the numbers for it.
Probably.
However, I would say from last year compared to this year, Tyler had the most increase.
Do you have the numbers from last year?
No, I don't. But I could. I mean,
I went down, homie.
Yeah,
You think?
For sure.
You
I went
think
down
so?
for sure too because I bought those Mizunos early last year.
Yeah. Well, Trevor, did you buy clubs this year?
I did buy some.
So Trevor's going to be the
I
highest.
definitely am going to be the highest.
Yeah,
And
I
Trevor
would say
golfed
Trevor's
the most
highest.
out of all of us, too.
Okay. Here we go, boys.
Here we go.
Yikes.
I'll just start with this. I had 27 confirmed 18 birdies rounds.
Really? That's it?
27.
What?
But then I had 10 I would say on average I had about 10 unconfirmed, which means I either didn't keep score or I deleted the round. So I'll say that I played 37 rounds this year,
Okay.
which I think is,
That's pretty good.
I mean,
What are we averaging the price?
okay. So the cost of my golf rounds I have at $1,450.
Okay, what did you mark as the
Yep. So
price per round?
So I had $500 membership cost for one specific course.
Yep.
And then all of the courses outside of that, there was 19 rounds outside of that course.
Okay.
And I averaged it out to be about $50 per round.
Okay, that's what I did too.
And just to make the math easy, and I feel like, between a $30 and a $70 round, 50 it's a good number.
Yeah, because typically the 9-hole courses I was playing would cost me about anywhere from $20 to $30 with the cart and whatever. And then the 18-holers were at least 55, if not around the 70 mark.
Yeah, more than likely. Oh, frick. I forgot to factor in golf cart fees. So
Yikes.
I
I added golf cart fees to the 50. I think 50 is still a good number with fees.
Yeah, I think
okay,
so.
but I have a $500 membership fee, and that's where my golf cart fees come into play. Because I paid, what was it, $28 per round for carts. So I played 8 rounds at where I had the membership. So 28 times 8, that's another $224. So add that onto the total.
He's definitely beating me.
224. Okay, 224 plus.
Want me to do mine while you do the math? I got it ready to go.
Yeah, go for it, Tyler.
Okay, so I had 36 confirmed rounds because I don't unconfirm my rounds.
Okay.
I
Good on
got
you.
nothing. I had nothing deleted. Even if I didn't finish the round, I still just saved it and added it to 18 birdies. At $50 for those 36 rounds, it puts me at a beautiful number of $1,800 on golf.
It's actually not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
And I think I would have paid more, Tyler, if I wouldn't have got the membership. So my total cost
Could have
for
been higher.
rounds this year was $1,450. So
Yep.
it would have been higher had I not had the 50% off
For
membership.
sure.
Yep. So I'm at $1,450 for rounds. What are you at?
1,800.
1,800. Trevor?
I'm definitely not spending the most here.
Well, let's
You had the
hear it.
pass.
I had the pass, so I spent $600 on that, and then with like carts and other rounds, another like $300. So
About 900.
yep,
That's it?
just for golf. Yeah,
He had the pass though, and he golfed in Fargo majority of the time.
That checks out. Now, let's add the other shit on top of it,
Okay.
right?
Let me. Okay, I'll go. $30 in balls. That being 3 dozen Union Greens.
Okay, I will add the same to mine.
Drinks. I averaged it out to about 2 drinks on average per round because there were some rounds I didn't like. My morning rounds out at the lake, I usually don't drink because I don't want to start drinking at 7:15 in the morning. So I averaged it out about 2 rounds per drink, which would be about 54 drinks on the course at $5 a drink. That's 300. So I put $350 after tips for those drinks.
So what are we? How much each drink are we? How much are the drinks that we?
I put $5 on average.
Okay.
So you want me to keep going?
Yeah, I just gave myself one more drink than you per round.
Okay. So $350 on drinks plus tips. Lessons. I paid for 5 lessons at $100 a piece. So I spent about $500 on lessons. You guys just wait.
I've
Until
got you rolling
you guys
till
just
we're going
wait
here.
until I have this stat for you at the end. Pine to Palm, last one, $200 entry fee.
And it was? That's
Yeah, it
like
was- yeah.
$275.
I'll just go 200.
Okay.
So $200 entry fee, and then I put $200 in gas.
Yikes.
Or do 100
So
because I went less times than you.
So $400 there for Pine to Palm, for a grand total of rounds, balls, drinks, lessons, and Pine to Palm. I didn't buy any new equipment this year, so that's nullified.
Add about $150 for merch because you bought hats and shit.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Plus 150 in merch. Okay. Hell yeah. Actually, that puts me at a pretty good number. Okay. I spent a grand total in 2023, approximately, of $3,104.
Holy shit.
You know what it did? Okay, I'll just give you my total right now, and I'll tell you why Ryan's is higher. I had $2,820.
Okay, so only $300 more for me.
The lessons. It
For
was
sure.
100% the lessons.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, because you, in theory, should be lower than me because you had a membership.
Correct.
But the lessons put you over the top.
Yeah, and you drink more than I do.
I do drink more than you. So
and you
I gave myself on average one more drink per round,
That's fair.
which I think would even out. Because like Myrtle Beach, I dropped the fucking bag on booze,
Yeah.
which is enough to cover the rest of the season.
Well, I mean, you could also put your trip to Myrtle Beach on there as part of your
I could.
I
don't want to. I mean, Grandpa paid for a lot. Shouts to you, Grandpa.
Shout out
I
to
was
Dave.
about to point up. He's not dead.
Love you. No, just like hey, I
Yeah.
get it. So yeah, $3,104. I want to say it was in the $4,000 to $5,000 range last year because of clubs.
Yeah. I was going to say that might be the only thing that keeps me competitive in this is clubs.
I want to hear Trevor's.
I'm way under you guys.
How?
The pass saved my ass.
Okay, how much are your clubs?
I spent $330 on clubs.
Which ones do you get?
I got a driver and I believe a 3-wood.
Now you also sold the driver, did you not?
Yes.
You
Okay.
sold clubs too, so start subtracting.
Which ones did I sell?
You
To
sold
him.
an old 3-wood and you sold your older.
To Jake.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What did I sell you?
900.
Yeah, that was 2020. That was 2022 though.
That was this year.
That was this year.
I think it
'cause
was like February.
we got the Gen
Yeah.
5s in May, and then we got the Gen 6s in June.
Fuck.
So you sold Jake the Gen 5s.
So for 900, Jake.
Yeah.
And then
You sold that old
Two-
Titleist hybrid.
The
220 for the hybrid.
You selling?
God.
I sold Jake
Okay.
a putter too. Actually, he traded me a PS4.
Yeah. Traded
Nice.
Tyler a PS4 for a putter.
So with those sales, that puts me at 1,984.
Dang.
Dude,
So just south of $2,000.
I really should have sold my older PXGs instead of just giving them to my dad.
should have.
Jesus.
Jake, you could. I mean,
I'm gonna ask him for
great
money
clubs, too.
now.
You're
I think, hey, I
asshole.
know I gave you these last year for Father's Day, but $900.
Can I get a little
pops.
cash?
Yeah. All right. So $330 in clubs, then $30 in balls, $600.
You spent more than $30 in balls.
No, I didn't.
How?
Finding them, and I just had a shit ton before from this year.
Oh, okay.
$600 with the pass, and then $300 with carts, other rounds, and food on the course and drinks. $250 in clothes for a grand total of $1,510.
Okay.
That's solid.
The pass,
and
it literally what saves my ass every year.
How many rounds did you play?
I played 45 rounds, 25, 18, and 29s. So 630 holes.
Damn. I would say that's pretty like that total is pretty solid for playing
Yeah.
that many rounds.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you
The pass,
easily-
if you're a guy like Trevor, if you're going to be playing in town the whole year, it's so worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I mean, I think even hearing the numbers and being the highest on the list, I'm still not going to get the pass because I feel like, I mean, we can go in and actually dial it in, but I feel like I golfed the most out of town besides your like
And I had the
the
membership.
one you had the membership
Yep.
app.
Yep.
I feel like I was the one that golfed. I bounced around.
Yeah.
Like I was in Cragen's a handful of times. I was in Myrtle Beach a bunch. I golfed Three Bears. I golfed
Yeah.
Forest Hills. I was all over the place.
That's also what I love about it, though, is that we never like. There's a benefit to getting used to a course, but it's also cool seeing other courses.
Yeah, I don't have a home course.
Yeah.
I don't have one that I go to all the time. Like I played in league for half the year. I have the 9-holer by my house. Those two I probably played the most, but comparatively, like to your Rose Creek
Yep.
and to your
Thumper
Thumper Pond, I didn't even come close to touching a single course as much as you two did those two.
Yeah. Trevor probably had as much rounds at Rose Creek as I did just in the whole year.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I want to say that I played 2 rounds on the house after my membership because I'm only out there on the weekends, so I can only play Saturday, Sunday. also got a kid, so it's not like I can play every single Saturday and Sunday morning.
For sure.
So after factoring all that out, I mean, I also paid for $28 a cart. So maybe I played one round on the house, which I mean, still made it worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. You got your money's worth. That's all that matters. I mean, I did the pass thing 2 years ago and I didn't get my money's worth. I tracked the whole
That's
thing.
tough.
Yep.
That's tough.
And we golfed a fuckload.
Yes.
It's not like I wasn't golfing either.
100%.
Yeah.
I move around too much. So maybe I just need to become a homebody.
You're a nomad.
You know, every time someone invites me to golf anywhere but my past courses, I'll say, fuck off.
Well, okay, that's actually a good point because I have a buddy who I'll maybe golf with 1 or 2 times a summer, but I know that he lives in Moorhead and he has the Moorhead pass. So when I ask him if he wants to go play in Mapleton, I also know it's a huge inconvenience for him because number one, he's got to drive all the way, and number two, he has to pay for the round. So it's like it's tough in that sense because I want to be respectful to him and the pass that he has, and so
I mean, you just give one, get one. Like you golf with him,
you
pay for one time, he pays for one the other time.
Yeah, no, that's true.
No big deal. But I mean, we spent a lot of fucking money on this game.
Yeah, without my sales in there of those clubs and all that, I mean, $3,104.
Yeah.
Jake, did I sell you a driver too?
Uh,
And then you immediately got clubs from Ryan?
yeah, but I broke even on that driver. So,
Yeah, you sold it to
Yeah, but
Noah.
I sold it.
oh yeah, $90. Yeah, $90 for you.
I'll drop it
yeah.
down to $2,700 then.
Nice.
If I'm just tallying everybody up, I'll throw mine out there quick. I think I was somewhere in the realm of like the $1,900 range, mainly because of those clubs. I played 20 rounds. I don't know, at $50 a piece, that's $1,000. And then I don't know, I'm probably in the realm of $2,000 somewhere in there.
Yeah, because no pass for you. Either,
no
right?
pass. Yeah. But I was, yeah.
I mean, we should also take into account like we didn't pay to play at the Pro-Am,
Correct. Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and that would have been a hefty paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the random odds and ends of like maybe you got a free round from your buddy or
Right.
like, I don't know, my dad paid my scramble dues for a
Yeah, and
4-team scramble.
Yeah,
or 4-man
I think it
scramble.
all like it all averages out in some sort.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I would say these numbers are fairly accurate.
So I think for the listeners, how do we get that number down to make, because that's a scary number. Like if you got a guy that wants to get into golf and we tell him like, hey, you're going to spend $2,500 this summer on this game, it kind of makes it a little bit less approachable in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like when I was getting into golf, if someone told me like, hey, give me $2,000 right now and then you can golf this summer, I'd been like, go fuck yourself. I'll play pickleball.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think I've paddles and balls. I think I've spent a total like $60 on pickleball.
Yeah.
I fucking love playing pickleball too.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
great.
just saying, like, how do we get that number down for people?
Okay, so I mean, in my case, it's pretty easy. I would say for someone wanting to get into golf, it's. I think there's a point when you can seek out and start getting lessons. So for me, I spent $500 on lessons, and I if someone says, "Hey, how do I like? I've been playing golf for this long, a couple years. How do I get better from there?" I may suggest lessons on after hearing that. However, if you're just getting into golf, I think you have to get to a certain point of not being able to get any better yourself before you start seeking out lessons. So for instance, in that case, I would say, and this is all coming from a double-digit handicap, so take it for what it's worth. I would say find a creator online and stick with one creator who you follow, who you get tips from and follow techniques from and all that. Because the more creators you start taking stuff from, it's gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, every single coach on the internet does things differently.
Correct.
So find one coach that breaks things down that in a way that you can understand. It can be any coach you want. Just stick to that one.
Correct.
And then also, then 90% of the golf coaches online have like an introductory course.
Yes.
You can mess around with a couple in the introductory stages, pick one, stick with it, and then work your way through their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, another huge reason to wait off on like actually paying for lessons is just to make sure that you are like still dedicated to the game, that you really like it. Because I don't know, I'd hate for you to pay for $500 for lessons if, you know, maybe it comes to next summer and you're like, well, I don't really feel like golfing that much again this year. You know? So.
Yeah. I think holding off on lessons until you can't get any better yourself. I think finding cheaper golf balls that you can buy, the Union Greens, things like that. You don't, your game's not going to improve immensely if you're hitting Pro V1s or TP5s or whatever.
I mean, live in the used ball bin too.
For sure. Because we're not going to notice a difference big enough to make it feel like, I have to buy more expensive balls.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before as well. Use clubs. You do not need a brand new shiny set of clubs to start your golf career.
Or even a box set from Costco.
Yep.
Like Callaway sells the X Hots, or they sell they sell a box set at Costco for like $500 or $600.
Well, even the Kirkland ones now, you can get anything at Costco.
Correct.
Yep.
Like they have.
You can get cheap balls, cheap gloves, cheap clubs,
Right. So yeah.
cheap push carts.
Yep.
I think you can get a push cart for $100. There's another way to save money.
That was going to be my last and final way, especially for if you're going to get a pass, get a push cart. Walking with a push cart is a breeze. Like you're going to be walking still, even with a riding cart. Like you got to walk to your ball. You're getting up. You're moving around still. A push cart is not that hard.
Yeah.
So save yourself $20 a round by not paying cart fees, especially if you got the pass.
Yeah.
Push cart's like $100 too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the first push cart I ever got was a rummage sale push cart for $8, and it worked just fine. And then I got a push cart from a company that just sent me one.
Yeah.
As long as
So otherwise, I would still be using the rummage sale one to this day.
if it has 2 or 3 wheels that spin. You don't even need the straps to hold the bag in. You just need the big hooks that the bag sits in.
90% of courses too also have push carts for rent that are like $4.
Correct.
People are also forgetting, like, if you really wanted to be really frugal, bring your own water, bring a snack in your bag, toss all that stuff in there. You don't got to, like, I mean, we spend $15 a round on drinks or whatever.
You know? Like also, like you could maybe sneak a couple of beers out.
Hell yeah. They did it.
Especially on league night, because them shits ain't cheap on league night.
God, they did it. Someone did a study on like how many years it puts back on your life by just walking on the course. And I can't find it right now, but it was kind of
Ryan,
interesting.
you should remember that number next time you say we're a ride-only podcast.
No, I think I think I'm come 2024. I may backpedal a little bit on that,
Wow.
and I'm willing to say it. You know, I'm always willing to backpedal if I have to. Okay, grand total for me 3104. Here's another good one for you guys. My confirmed 18 birdies rounds, I was 280 over par. My unconfirmed rounds, which is I said 10, I averaged it out to where I was about 12 strokes over par for, let's say, an 84 on those rounds.
Generous.
So if you had another one, well, no, I mean, so if you
Unconfirmed for a reason.
so that's 120 strokes over par, 10 rounds at 12 over. So I was about 400 strokes over par in 2023 rounds. Now, I thought this was wild. So, you know, professional sports players, when they sign a fat contract, it always breaks down like how much they make per year, and then per season, and then per game, and then per at bat.
Yep.
So for every stroke over par that I was this year, I basically paid in $5.83. So for every bogey, here's $5.83.
But you
for
could
every double bogey, here's $11.66.
If you could spin zone this to where you actually paid less money per shot by hitting so many more shots.
That is true.
So if you would have,
is
if you'd
true.
have gone even par at every single course you played this summer,
I would have paid a lot
you
more
would have
per
paid
shot.
way more per shot than you did going 400 or whatever over par.
Yeah. And this is just strokes over par. So if I'm shooting like in the 70s, I'm paying a hell of a lot more per stroke over par than I would be now.
Right. How
So-
many
With that
rounds did you play?
with that being said, I think I am
37
the
rounds.
most fiscally responsible golfer in this room.
Yeah, because you're taking more shots.
Yeah, taking the most
Getting
shots,
your money's
spending the least.
I would 100% agree with that. You're making every shot count.
Yep, I'm getting my money's worth.
Seeing the whole course.
Yeah. Do you guys know how many strokes over par you were?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to, but I'm gonna go out on a crazy limb here and say it was more than you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ryan, you paid about $1.50 per stroke this year, because I included all of your like if you're playing, like if you count like all of your par strokes, right? So your 72 strokes that are par, paid about $1.50 per stroke this year.
Jesus. Paying $1.50 to swing your club every time.
Makes the simulator look an awful lot better.
That also makes not keeping score looking a hell of a lot better because then I would never have that number and then I wouldn't have to stress out over paying $1.50 per shot.
Yeah, it's closer to $1.55. So that I'm sure that makes it even better. It really sweetens the deal.
Yep.
Damn.
Just think about it though. You're only paying $1.50 for a potential lifelong memory.
Mm-hmm.
Just one hole in one, and it's all worth it, Ryan.
That is true. That is very true. Hitting a hole in one, all of that gets erased.
Yeah.
After you drop $300 on booze after that.
Correct. Yeah. Again, I'm just buying a keg.
Yep.
Buying a keg.
Mm-hmm.
What else? You guys got anything else?
No, I think I spent too much money. Going to, again, next year, add a little resolution, maybe a sneak peek for next week. Spend less money somehow, some way.
Not a bad idea.
Yep.
Solid year overall. Bachelor party in March. Arizona golf.
Yep. That was our first rounds on the list of 18
Yep,
birdies.
mine too. Had the opportunity to golf in December in North Dakota. Weren't able to make it happen because we were just so fucking busy here.
We were.
Black Friday and all that. But had the opportunity to golf in December. Yeah. Next week, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions, so we'll save that. We'll take a quick break. Tyler, we're going to come back and
Talk about the money we want to spend.
Yes. All right, gentlemen.
Yep.
It's a season of giving. It's a holiday season
And receiving.
and receiving, depending on who you are. I want to talk to you guys about one purchase we all would like to make, along with what you want your top purchase of 2024 to be. Let's start with the newest revelation. Tyler, Costco simulators in a box.
Dude, they keep doing this.
And they did it so close together. They released the new driver and the new iron set, in which I looked for because I want to get them so we can test them out. The only downfall is you just have to buy the stock set.
Yep. There's no getting fitted or anything. They don't have specific lengths, right? It's just one length, correct?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would assume so. Costco's not. They're not. I don't feel like they're trying to keep that many SKUs on the shelf.
No, I think. I got the wedges a while ago for Father's Day, and those fit me. So I would assume that they leave things on the longer end. And
Okay, which isn't bad because then you can cut them down.
Yep, you have the option to cut them down with bring them to a pro shop or something.
Do we know a price on the new irons
I haven't seen them. I'll get it for you.
and driver?
Yep.
So yeah, you're right. They dropped a new driver. They dropped new irons. They dropped colored Kirkland balls. So now
Really?
now there's bright yellow
Really?
Kirkland balls. Yep.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. The white ball with the red and black lettering is it's almost iconic at this point.
Yeah, but think about
when you see a Kirkland ball.
think about how many old guys use bright yellow balls now, and how many old guys' wives shop at Costco.
That's
That's
true.
very true.
$4.99 for the iron set is what I got, and then I would assume the driver.
Not bad.
No, I would assume the driver's probably in the $250 range, just
Yeah.
based on that $4.99
Sounds right.
price. Yeah.
And then they're done dropping the little stuff. They decide to drop a full simulator at-home package. Everything you need: launch monitor, projector,
Computer.
a PC
Jesus.
built with it, the screen. Does it come with an enclosure as well?
It does.
An enclosure? Does it come with a mat to hit off of?
So here's the Foresight Sports Golf Simulator. This is the Eagle package coming from Costco, and the features are full simulator enclosure, hitting mat, and turf. Which I think it's the turf for the entire enclosure. The GC Quad launch monitor, which they use at Sweet Shots, that thing itself is like $8 to $10,000. And high definition projector. The FSX gaming and performance analysis software, premium 30 course package with lifetime license, and normally like yearly fees for simulator software is probably around 100, 150 a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then game optimized PC with wireless keyboard, mouse, and stand. So we're talking the Cadillac of
Everything
them all.
you could possibly need to build a simulator at home.
Yeah.
And they call it sim in a box.
Sim in a box.
You buy the box and you get everything you need for the simulator. Now, that's 20 G's. They also have the Foresight Sim in a Box Birdie XF package. This one retails for $14,500.
What is it missing compared to the big boy?
So this one features the GC3 launch monitor, which is it's the step below the GC Quad. Highly durable hitting screen, game optimized PC with keyboard, mouse, and stand, the gaming and performance analysis software, and then the projector on top of that. It doesn't say anything about an enclosure. So I wonder, let's see. It doesn't say anything about turf. It just says the screen, but there is a little tiny, it's probably a 3-foot enclosure that that the screen sits into.
Yeah.
So you obviously are not hitting inside the enclosure.
Yeah.
You're hitting into the enclosure.
Yep.
That's what I would assume, but that retails for $14,500.
Jesus.
You know, I'll tell you right now, if you were to price out most of these things individually, it would be right around
It
that.
would.
It would be right around that. But the problem is, or not the problem, the good thing is that you can just go out and get all of it wrapped up into one,
Yep.
right? And for a company like Costco to be able to do all of that stuff, like to be able to put all of that stuff together and find like manufacturers to make all that stuff in quantity
Yep.
is pretty crazy.
Okay, so I'm just looking at reviews of this Birdie package. Glenn with 2 N's. He gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. We purchased this and are quite happy, but the original computer did not boot up to the game. Foresight was very helpful, but waited on hold a very long time to get it resolved. They sent a new computer that worked fine. Okay, Glenn, so you just like weren't patient enough to you get it. When you send that much technology in a box, the odds are a little bit better of it not working than working.
But still, like the whole concept of they went from 2 years ago having 0 golf equipment to now
Balls, gloves, and wedges and putter.
Yeah, well, the very first thing they introduced was balls.
Okay.
And then they started trickling in the other stuff, right? The first club they ever introduced was the wedges. But just from 2 years ago, from 0 golf gear to now they sell an entire set of clubs, balls, gloves, bags, and now a simulator. What, are they going to start selling golf carts next? I mean,
I'm looking that up right now, Tyler.
At what point can you be fully decked out in Kirkland shit? You're just a Costco billboard from head to toe. Like they sell polos,
Yep.
Yeah.
they sell pants.
Okay, so I think you can get a golf cart.
Shut up.
Jesus.
Well, I just looked up Costco golf carts and it brought me to the Costco website, and it's the Icon EV and Epic carts. So it's like 2 different carts. Each golf cart comes with a 3-year manufacturer warranty. It doesn't give you a price or anything like that. So I don't know what that is all about. Push carts is another big thing.
Yes.
Here you go, Ryan. They are selling them at Costco. You just have to go to Costco's at these dates. So if you live in the Sioux Falls area, just go to Costco on December 1st through the 10th. A little late on that, but if you went to Sioux Falls, then you could have got a golf cart.
Wild. You can also get the electric push cart.
Like the one that follows you.
Yeah, the one that either follows you or you remote control it. That's $1,700. Or you can just get a manual push cart for between $100 and $200.
Did I tell you about the time I got paired with a rando with one of those carts that followed him?
Oh, really?
And like there was a couple times where it would kind of like it would lag a little bit when he started walking away, and it would like try to catch up.
Jesus.
It was
Dude.
funny.
I mean,
I feel like those will just hit you. They just run
Yeah.
into you.
you can get a GPS speaker. You can get a GPS watch, a rangefinder. You can get an equipment rack like you have behind you, Tyler. You can get golf shoes. You can get the Arcos little deals you put on the end of your club.
Lord.
You can, if you, Costco membership is what, 30, 40 bucks a year, 50 bucks a year.
Yeah.
You can essentially buy anything that you possibly would need
Now
for golf at Costco,
here's a question.
indoor or outdoor.
If now that we know how much it costs to play outdoor golf in a year, how much we spend, I think we probably average about $2,000, all of us. If you and your 4 buddies know that you can spend the money on the $1,500 simulator, a set of clubs, or whatever,
$15,000 simulator.
yeah, sorry, a $50,000 simulator, a set of clubs, you can buy all that stuff. Let's just say it comes out to $20,000. Would you and 4 of your buddies go in knowing that you're spending 2.5 years worth of real golf money on buying all that stuff to just solidify having an indoor golf space as well.
Maybe.
Well,
when I was
here's-
Trevor's age, potentially. Now I know better than to make giant purchases with my friends.
Yes.
What?
Because you don't. I mean, I'm never going to start a business with a friend. I'm never going to own property with a friend because then someone moves. Then there's a whole fiasco of who owns what, who buys who out.
Whose house does this sim go at?
Right.
Can I come and play the sim while you're eating supper at 7?
Exactly. There's just too many logistics, so I'm going to go ahead and say no. What I would do though, Jake, is I would get a family membership to Costco and split it with my buddies if I was like 22.
That's a good idea.
So like you buy a household Costco membership,
Good, yeah.
you can all go and get shit whenever.
Trevor, you want to split one with me?
I'm down. I don't have one yet.
Well, there you go.
You also get a discount on gas, Ryan, which would have helped you in Pine to Palm.
Big time, dude. And the gas station's right off the interstate to get on the interstate for me. And I seem to just drive by it every time and go to, I go Holiday for all my gas. So
Yeah.
Plus they don't have a gas station. You can't buy stuff you can't buy gas station stuff inside of there. So it's tough. But yeah, I mean, the golf gloves for me is the best deal on planet Earth. What is it? Four gloves for $25, and they're solid Cabretta leather gloves. I use one probably like every week. I have a new one.
Yeah.
So the pricing there doesn't check out as if it's the best deal, but you guys are a lot more sane than I am.
So let's flip the script a little bit here. Now, let's say money isn't an option. Money isn't a problem whatsoever. Doesn't matter how much this thing costs. You asked me a question before we started the podcast. What was it?
What would your top purchase of 2024 be in the golf space?
I've got mine. Real easy. I used one in Myrtle Beach and I loved it. That freaking golf motorcycle thing where the clubs, you're straddling your clubs. That thing was awesome.
I knew it.
I would never get the standing cart thing that Grandpa had.
Agreed.
The motorcycle thing that I was ripping on was fantastic.
Agreed, Tyler, because I rode a golf board in Alaska, and I told you about that course. The trees were all buried underneath, so it was. I mean, I expended more energy on that golf board than I did actually just playing golf.
Yeah.
And
it looks like it'd be anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000.
That's not bad.
I'm not gonna buy it.
What? Okay,
because I don't have $3,000 to $4,000 just burning a hole in my pocket to buy a fucking motorcycle.
Let's just say 3,500 divided by 28. So 125 rounds I'd have that MFer paid off, just paying cart fees.
Yeah.
You drive it there too.
Divided by, let's say 10 rounds. So I'd have it paid off 12 and a half years.
Jesus.
I mean, that's a long
break
time.
down in that time.
I rode on one of the golf motorcycles one time this year. And it was awesome. Now, my only gripe with it is the cup holder situation. I had a Celsius in the cup holder, and it's a little bit too, the can's too small for the cup holder. So if I didn't chug half of it right off the bat, it was bouncing all over and spilling on shit. And
You just get a water bottle. You dump your Celsius in the water bottle that fits the cup holder.
I wish I would have had you there. Driving the golf motorcycle. Lack of storage space. So phone, keys. I put it all in my golf bag, which is fine. But those are small gripes for something that was a ton of fun. And it also there's no guideline restrictions.
You can go wherever you want with it. You can go right up to the green with it.
Damn.
The one I had too had like a little holder in between the handlebars for your phone.
I think mine did too.
Yeah.
I think mine did too.
Plus, if you're spending $3,500 on one of these, what's another $40 for a phone charger or for a better?
When I think the motorcycles were $40 around versus the cart being $28. So
Yeah.
actually more expensive. Probably have paid off in like 11 years.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's a solid purchase.
Yeah. One day.
It would be ideal if you could. So like my lawnmower, for instance, dude, if they came out with an electric golf motorcycle,
They are electric.
Yeah, all of these are electric.
Okay, sorry. An Ego electric golf motorcycle, so I could just use my batteries I already have.
So if your battery died in the middle of the course and you have another one, you're fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna get a call.
No,
Like, Tyler, I'm on hole 14. Can you bring me another battery?
No, because you
can't.
brought your own cart. Yeah, we don't have batteries for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm screwed. But now the thing with that is you have to store it at a course.
Do you?
Well, what are you just gonna? Are you gonna
Garage.
trailer? You gonna trailer it every time?
I mean, you can throw it in the back of your truck.
How do you get it up there?
I mean, they're not.
You could ramp it, I guess. Ramp it. That just seems like Tyler. I'm already 2 minutes late for every tee time. You want me to be 15 minutes late?
Just leave it in the back of your truck.
Actually,
we'll lift it out.
One time I
together.
went to the lake and I saw this dude who had a wave runner with a little hitch attachment attached to the side of the wave runner. So he just picked up his wave runner and put it in the hitch of his truck, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
maybe
it's
you could
actually
just
not a
do
bad
that. There you go.
Yeah, you could get like a little.
If you could get a custom, like a little custom trailer.
So my grandmother-in-law has like a motorized wheelchair, and they have like a little thing that goes into the hitch on the back of their car, and you just like drive it up there, and then that's where it goes.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. We got to quit talking about this.
Yeah.
If Costco starts selling, I mean, I got the membership. They start selling them. The only way I'd buy one at Costco is if they would let me drive it out.
In this, that you take it for a test drive in store. You
Yeah.
just grabbing samples off all the carts.
Yeah,
as you drive by.
I'll have a little rotisserie chicken in
Yeah.
the little basket in the front.
You should get a couple guys from the shop to bring your car home for you too.
Yeah. The auto set. They have a great auto setter in there.
Yeah.
You can pull right up. They'll fill your tires up and the whole shebang.
Pull up on the Ego golf motorcycle, get your tires rotated.
I mean, okay. Why can we not make these golf motorcycles street legal? So I can literally just drive it to the course.
Who says they're not?
You probably could.
Well, the ones that I've seen are not street legal.
How?
They don't have
There's no blinkers.
Plates,
You don't need.
blinkers,
There's
mirrors.
not blinkers on all the scooters. You just use hand signals.
No, you have if it's over a certain amount of. I believe it's if it's over a certain. I believe if you just drive it on the road, it has to have blinkers. If it has a motor,
Regardless, it has to have a plate on it.
well, you just drive on the sidewalks.
I think that's illegal because I think if it's either over a certain amount of CCs or something like that, or if it's gas powered, it has to be on the street.
I'm willing to roll the dice.
Like Lime scooters in a big city, you actually have to ride those on the street. You can't ride them on the sidewalk. Everyone does, but dude, if I could just drive one of these to the course, clubs locked in, everything, that would be sweet.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to roll the dice and then just play dumb. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I couldn't drive this.
Yeah.
I'll just drive it home quick and never do it again.
Wink, wink, wink.
Wink, wink. All right. I would say my top purchase for 2024 has got to be a portable launch monitor.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
whether that's the
Yep.
Garmin or the Foresight, anything that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, but that I can bring different places, and that I could just hook a laptop and monitor up in my garage and play around into my net. I think that would be, for me, that would be very worth it.
Yep. It'd be kind of cool too, because you could like
Bring it to the range.
bring it to the range and do all sorts of shit with it.
Yeah. The other thing too is that
Do it,
they're
Ryan.
really upgradable too, Ryan.
You guys would give me so much shit if I brought a portable launch monitor to the range.
100% would give you shit, but
Yes.
when has that ever stopped you?
And you have to be good to bring a launch monitor to the range.
No, you don't.
And I'm not.
No.
You don't have to be good.
Yes, you do. What? Imagine if I rolled up to Sweet Shots with a portable launch monitor, even though they have one connected to the screen right
Do
behind
it,
you.
Ryan.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Do
I
it.
will do
Get one.
shit.
Just
I-
double
I-
checking the numbers.
Sometimes I will do shit that I know will crawl up your skin a little bit. And that would be one of them.
No, I don't think you got the balls to do it.
Yeah, no balls.
I just don't think you
You
would
won't.
roll up to a range with one. I don't
Now,
think you could.
I missed the time frame. I missed the Black Friday time frame. So maybe next Black Friday is when I treat myself to something like that.
Most golf stores have a Father's Day sale, so
Yeah.
treat yourself.
That's in June. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Huh?
Trevor?
I
Quick, we
think
got to wrap up.
Mine
Sorry.
is gonna be a 3-wheel push cart this year.
Ooh.
Because I always carried my bag and I just need to save my back. So
Yeah, you cannot be carrying your golf bag, dude. It's
You're
one
getting
thing
old,
to
dude.
walk. It's
I
one thing to
am.
walk and carry.
I have an extra one. I tried to sell it to Jake. He didn't want it.
What kind is it?
I don't know, dude.
Is it a nice one?
It's got like bike tires on it. The only thing I don't love about it is that you have to air up the tires. So like once they're aired up, you're fine for the summer, but they'll deflate over the winter.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I decided not to buy it just because I figured I'd probably just buy my own new one eventually.
So it's you for dirt cheap,
Okay, we'll discuss it.
$1,000.
Yeah. No,
Or
never mind.
you can piggyback off my. I'll go to Costco with you, and you can get $150 push cart.
Okay.
You just let me know.
Sounds
We'll
good.
get a rotisserie chicken while we're there too.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Get our sample too.
Yeah. Normally when I try and go as early as possible. Tyler's trying to wrap up, but
Yeah, we
I
gotta
don't know.
go
Jake, top purchase.
quick, fast.
Regrip my clubs.
That's
Nice.
actually
That's the only realistic one out of all of it. Well, I guess yours is
Yeah,
realistic
come on.
too. but-
I've been meaning to do that. You
yeah.
have good grips.
I do have good grips, but they're your grips. I like a little bit more of a medium grip on mine, and I think I'm just going to try it out. I'm going to switch it. I haven't really fucked with that part of the golf game of like.
Ryan's got teeny
changing my
tiny
grip.
baby hands, so
I also need to regrip mine. I just don't know. I don't even know where to start.
It's exactly-
I don't know where I can sample.
Just ask Lucas what grips you should get, and then just get whatever he tells you to.
Pretty much.
I know, but that's kind of already what you got on your clubs.
Correct.
Already.
Well, he wasn't
Yeah.
there for that.
Well, so I on my PXG Gen 6s, I wanted the grips we had on the Gen 5s. They didn't have them, so I went the Z cords, which was a recommendation by Travis. And I trust Travis with everything. However, the Z cords, I don't think they're for me, and that's a completely it's a personal reason. So, yes, we should get on that because I need someone to push me ahead to get that done as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure they have a grip and launch monitor package you could get.
With
sure.
the Arcos, probably.
Yeah, we got to get Costco to regrip my clubs this year.
They'll have a pro
Pretty
shop
soon they're gonna have
soon
a.
enough.
I mean, can I just have one more point?
Hurry up, Ryan. We have a meeting 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Costco having built-in simulators that dads can play while their wife is shopping.
I don't want him to get too fancy on me, though. I don't
Yeah.
want it to end up becoming a fitting station because I think that's part of the charm of you just.
What do you mean a fitting station? It's just you literally just go play around.
I know, but that's the easiest next step. If they have a simulator there, all of a sudden they're just going to start fitting you for their clubs, and all the charm of just getting Kirkland shit is gone.
Yep.
No. They don't fit you for clubs. It's just you go play in the simulator, and you can play with They have stock Kirkland sets there for you to play with. So then
just
you really
saying.
like them. Hey, you head over to the shelf, you buy a $500-$600 set of irons, and
Yeah.
you're on your way.
And
It's
you
a
like to
slippery
go from there.
slope.
You like the simulator? Cough up 20 G's, buckaroo.
Yeah.
Because we got them for sale over here.
It is a slippery slope because you may not get me out of Costco, or I may want to go to Costco 3 times a week. Guys, Tyler is yanking me out of here.
We got to go.
We have
You
to
guys
go.
gotta go.
Resolutions next week. A lot of money spent on golf this week, but a lot of tips on how to not spend that much money. I am a hardo. A lot of you guys are not. Do not take my purchasing advice to heart. You don't have to do that. I choose to. See you next week. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.